Hello, got my vacation hair going here, and that gorgeous. Anyway, sitting out here in the backyard, super early in the morning, let my dog out. Thought I'd pop on and remind you all that our testing next week. You probably want to work on your geometry, specifically like perimeter and area of things. Perimeter of a circle, perimeter of a square or a rectangle, area of those two things. There'll probably be a question about like of a shape. You've seen the picture with like a square and a circle that barely hangs outside of the square, and then there'll be the numbers for each, and you're supposed to figure it out. So basically, what you would be doing is figuring the perimeter or area, or whichever one they're asking for, of the square and the circle, and then subtracting one from the other. Basically, is what you're doing, because you don't count it twice. That's all it is. It's not really that horrible of a thing. I think what happens to us, and it's totally a human reaction, is if you didn't take that in school at all, if you didn't get to that, if you dropped out in 10th and your school had geometry in 11th or 12th, you see something like that and you settle in and you get the I can't do that. I've never done that. I can't. Yes, you can. If you've ever sat down and wrapped a gift for somebody, you've done geometry. You might have guessed at it, but you've done it. My gentlemen that, have tagged along and helped their uncle or their dad or somebody, build steps or, work on a deck or, fix some kind of something. You've done lots of geometry. If you've done any sewing, you've done lots of geometry. Quilting especially. You just didn't call it that at the time. So don't let the fact that they're giving you a picture of something with some numbers on it scare you and put you in that I can't place. Because you can. You absolutely can. Okay? They're just putting a label on something that you haven't had labeled before. And that's not the big deal that you're letting it be. Don't let that put you in that I can't space. Think of how far you've come so far. So far, you have just traveled so far in your journey to get here. And this new thing is not that new. It's just a picture with some labels on it. You've dealt with that picture before. Maybe in a different way, but you've dealt with it before. You have, okay? So I encourage you today to work on that a little bit, okay? Now, as far as formulas and equations, that's kind of the same thing, all right? That X and that Y in algebra, it just represents a value. And what that means when they say that is that X is the 10 oranges and the Y is the 10 apples. And they don't mix. But somehow you've got to figure out how many of something that you have. And you do that every day. You do that every day. Don't let the fact that they're letting an X or a Y represent something that you do every day scare you and give you the I can'ts, because you can. I've seen you. I've most of you I know pretty well. Okay, so work on that today. I should be getting some workbooks today. They should come in UPS today. I'm going to track them here in a minute. And if I get them, I guess they're supposed to come down to the center. I guess I'll have to go down and grab them. And they're for Book M and Book D. And the test has a lot of Book M and Book D on it, okay? And the Book M and Book D on both reading and math. I have 10 of you going, and ironically enough, I have 10 workbooks. Now, you can't write in my workbooks. I can't have that because they're going to be my classroom set. But if you would want to arrange with me to get a copy of that workbook for practice for the test next week, I can do that. It's no big deal. I'll just go down there and grab them. Those of you that live out Barboursville way, I might have you actually meet Chad, because he lives out Barboursville way. And those of you that live in the West End, I might have, like Amy's, I might arrange to just meet her and drop hers off where she lives in EJ. Because my daughter lives with her boyfriend over in Ashland. I go over there fairly often to visit her, so I might drop it off on the way over or something. That would give you 4 worksheets worth of work. And just let me know if that's something you want to do. I think that's it this morning. Haven't been doing videos because I've been off on vacation. I haven't really went anywhere. I've slept in a lot. This is super early this morning, but the dog had to go outside, didn't you, buddy? Let's see my dog. He's an old guy. Me and him are out here being old and achy together. Aren't we, buddy? Prince. He's one of those dogs that, like, gotta lick your elbow or your knee. He's weird. He's strange. But I was up, so I thought, maybe I'll do a video and check in on my little learners, make sure they're working towards their goals still, even though me and Sherry are off this week. You can still reach out to me if you need to. Don't feel bad about that. I'm not doing anything. I'm trying to organize some stuff here at the house to make this school year easier for me. Working in my garden a little bit. Might go out to the lake one day. I'm thinking that's either going to be Friday or Saturday, though. Anyway, get a hold of me if you want one of those worksheet books. And that'll give you the opportunity to practice how to do certain problems so that when they crop up on the test, they won't blow your little minds, and you won't sit there with slobber hanging out your mouth not knowing what to do, because it won't be the first time you've seen something like that. Hey, there's times we didn't do Common Core. Obviously, I'm ancient. We didn't do Common Core when I was in school. And sometimes you guys bring me these problems. I never seen anything like that in my life, because the way they'll ask the question will be foreign to me. And that's not the way we came up with the answer to that. So I'll actually have to look it up, right? So this is your opportunity, if you're ancient like me, or if you dropped out of school before you got to geometry or whatever, to actually look at it. So it's not the first time that you've ever seen it, and you're kind of acquainted with what they're even asking, you know? Because it's hard when you're sitting and taking the test and it's the first time you've ever seen something. Sometimes it might make you take a bit of anxiety on, and you not be able to answer 2 plus 2 if that's the next question, because you're freaked out. So let's not do that, okay? Just get a hold of me, and have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.